want to solve some of the exams questions and functions. So let's look at the question. Now, in the question, we are given two different functions, right? So what I call them is machines. So we are given two different machines. So this is the first machine, and then this is the second machine, right? So these are just functions of notations. Is that okay? Meaning that this is the machine. We are going to put this guy here inside the machine, right? So this is what we are going to put inside this machine, and then this is what we are going to put inside the second machine. Two different machines here. Okay, now after that you have been asked to find f of what? Minus 3, right? F of negative 3, meaning that when you put in minus 3, what are we going to get? By which machine are we going to place this guy? We are placing this guy inside this machine. Can you see? So we are placing the minus 3 inside this machine. So let's see what we are going to get when you place the minus 3 inside this machine. What it means is that whatever I see the x, I will place that by what? Minus 3, because that is what we are replacing, or we are putting inside the machine. So okay, you can see that everything here are what? Number. Everything here is what? They are all numbers, so except this variable, right? So that is what we are replacing with what? The blue pen. Is that okay? Don't be confused with which one. So this is F, so the machine here is F. That is where we are replacing. So let's go. So whatever we put, we see S, we replace that by what? Minus 3. So let's go. So the function says that 2 multiplied by x squared. So the s here is what? Minus 3. Because of the negative, make sure that you put that into bracket, right, to avoid any minus mistake. Okay, then minus what? 8 multiplied by x. So the x here is what? Minus 3, right? So and then plus 5. You have to expand your bracket. So multiply that gives me 9, and then here will give me, this time this will give me 24. Is that okay? Because of the minus and the minus. So here will be 2 multiplied by 9 plus 24 plus 5. When you do your calculation, then you arrive at 47. Is that okay? Meaning that when you plug in minus 3 into F machine, we are going to get 47. That is very simple. So the value of this one, this guy here, is 47. Okay. Now the second part of the question says that we should find the value of x so that the first machine is equal to the second machine, right? The first machine is equal to the second machine, meaning that what have you plugged in so that the two machines will be the same? Is that okay? That is what they are asking us to find here. So all that you have to do is that you just have to replace. Is that okay? This guy here is the first machine. This guy here is also the second machine. So where is the first machine? The first machine is 2s squared minus 8s plus 5. And the second machine is x minus 2. Is that okay? We are just replacing as it is, right? F of s is equal to g of s. So when you create that, you group your item, right? So send everything to the right hand side or the left hand side, which one you wish. So I brought this guy to what? The left hand side, as you can see, right? So this guy tends to be a negative, and then this guy tends to be a positive. Is that okay? So do your calculation just step by step, right? Step by step. So I'm having what? After grouping, you have 2x squared minus what? 8s minus s. So this guy has a friend here, right? So go to your friend, let's combine you together, and then the 5 and the 2 also are friends, so they also be on one side. So we arrive at what? 2s squared minus what? 9s plus 7 is equal to 0, right? So this here is what? A quadratic. Is that okay? This equation is a quadratic. If you don't know what a quadratic is, just comment down below, right? This equation is a quadratic, and there's a way of solving that. You either solve that by a factorization method or by what? Augmented formula, or maybe you can complete the square. Is that okay? 3 steps in solving that. So here I go for what? Factorization, right? So when you factor, if you don't know how to factor, just comment down below, right? Comment down below. We are ready to help you. So when you factor out, you can see that you arrive at what? S minus 1 and then 2s what? Minus 7. So you solve the two brackets differently. Is that okay? So the first bracket is equal to 0. That's what? S minus 1 is equal to 0, meaning that x here is 1, right? Then you solve the second bracket the same way. You arrive at what? S is equal to 7 over 2. So these are the two guys that when you place inside the machines, the two machines, they will be the same. Is that okay? So these are the two guys that when you place them inside the machine, they will be the same. Alright, if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content like this. Now let's look at the second question. The second question, okay, here is it. From the question, we are given f of s is equal to px plus q, right? So this is the machine that you have been given, px plus what? Q. Is that okay? We don't know what p is, we don't know what q is. That is what they ask us to find p and q. But this is another information that we have been given in the question. They say f of 2 is equal to 4. What it means is that when I plug 2 inside this machine, is that okay? When I plug 2 inside the machine, it will give me what? 4. Right? So that is the machine over there. The machine is what? Px plus what? Q. And you should know exactly where you have to replace. You are replacing this guy, right? This is what we are putting inside the machine. You can see that with a blue pen, right? So here we are putting what? 2 inside the machine. They say that when you put 2 inside the machine, you will get positive 4. So let's plug that inside the machine and see. So they say px, so p2, right? P multiplied by 2 plus q is equal to 4. Is that okay? So when you rearrange this, the number first, that will be what? 2p plus q is equal to 4. Right? So let's name this one equation 1. The reason why we are naming it in equation 1 is that we want p and q. But here you can see that we cannot solve p and q straightforward. Is that okay? Okay, let's look at the second part. So the same way they say f of 4 is equal to 10, meaning that when I plug in 4 inside the machine, I will get 10. So let's plug in 4, right? So when you plug in 4, you can get that p is what? P4, right? Px. So this is what we are putting inside the machine. So P4 plus Q will give us what? 10. So when you rearrange this, you have what? P4 plus Q is equal to what? 10. So this one will be what? Equation 2. Now you are having two different equations. So this is the equation 2, right? As well as what? The equation 1. Is that okay? Equation 2 and equation 1. Okay. Now looking at these two equations, there's a way of solving that. That is, in mathematics, every problem has a tool for solving it. So you have anything in the real life has a way of doing that. Is that okay? So the way of solving this equation is what we call it by simultaneous equation. Right? How do you solve the simultaneous equation? If you don't know, just comment down. Right? You have two ways of solving that. That is what eliminations as well as what substitution. So whichever you wish, you can go for that. Is that okay? Here I went for elimination. I'm not saying elimination is the simplest one. Depending on the problem that you are having, if you know how best to solve the simultaneous equation by substitution, you can go for that, right? Once you are not restricted. So I went for elimination by saying that I will subtract equation 2 minus what? Equation 1. So equation 1 from equation 2. So this is the equation 2 that we have. You have what? 4p plus q is equal to 10. Is that okay? And then minus what? Equation 1. That is what? 2p plus q is equal to 4. Right? So when I subtract, you can see that, okay, so because we are subtracting, when I subtract, you can see that q minus q will give me what? 0. Right? Just like 1 minus 1. Right? 1 minus 1 is equal to what? 0. Right? So q minus q will give me what? 0 over here. So what about 4p minus what? 2p. You see, this is p, this is p. You are just subtracting the numbers. So 4 minus 2, that will give you what? 2. Right? So that's how I got the 2p here. So what about the after the equal sign? That will be 10 minus what? 4. It will give me 6. Right? So the answer is what? 2p is equal to 6. Is that okay? And we are looking for p. So you divide both sides by 2. So when I divide here by 2 and I divide here by 2, I add p to go equal to 3. Right? Okay, now that we found p, it will be easy for us to find what? The second variable. Is that okay? Now that we got a p, it will be very easy for us to find the second variable. We just need to plug this guy inside one of the equations. So either equation 1 or equation 2. Right? You can plug it inside one of the equations. So you can decide to plug in here, right? By replacing p to be 3 here. Or you can decide to replace p here by 3 in the first equation. Is that okay? So I went for what? Equation what? Equation 1. You can see here that I'm having a substitute p is equal to 3 into equation 1. Right? You have to write this thing in the combination of English and mathematics so that the examiner will know exactly what you are doing. Right? So substitute. This means what? Substitute p is equal to 3 into equation 1. So when I do that, I get what? Meaning I'm replacing p in equation 1 by what? 3. So the equation 1 is what? 2p. So 2, 3 plus q is equal to 4. Is that okay? So when you solve this and you have 6 plus q is equal to 4, then meaning that q is equal to minus 2. So these are the two guys that they are asking us to find, right? So the first guy is what, -2, and then the second guy is what, 3. Is that okay? So if you enjoyed the video, once again, you may consider subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to know more content about mathematics. Thanks for watching.